nice and excited to get back after it today and get ready for tomorrow.
Are you excited about the prospect of tomorrow? Are you anxious to get it over with? Or how do you kind of approach this mentally?
I think I'm excited. It's going to be a very special night. I got a lot of family coming, so that'll be a lot of fun. But I think my main focus is just honestly going out there and having a blast with my teammates and enjoying it. Obviously, we need to come out and perform really well. I think today's practice is really important, but I think for me, I'm not anxious about it really at all. I'm just very excited. It's going to be a special night. Honestly, we haven't really talked a lot about it as a team, or me and Coach Bluter. We never really talked about the record and what's going to happen. It's just go out there and play basketball and have fun, and this is kind of what comes along with it.
You saw last week that Kelsey Plum did an interview where she talked about when she was on that chase for the scoring record, it was like one of the low moments in her life that she let her identity be born out in that. And that's not the vibe that I get from you, but I mean, has it at least been a struggle, or has it been one of the lower points, or would you say you haven't felt that at all?
I haven't really felt that at all, and obviously I get what Kelsey's getting at, and I think I have so much respect for her, and she's reached out and been very supportive through all of this, and I think that's so cool to have somebody that I grew up idolizing support me so much, and want to see young women's basketball players be really great. I think that's really cool, and I think just for me it's just the excitement. No matter what record I have broke or not broke, that's never something that I'm focused on or wanting to do or accomplish. And obviously, I understand the magnitude of this, but I think it's just kind of come along with how my 4 years have gone, and it's crazy looking back of how fast everything's gone. But I'm just really thankful and grateful, and I would say the low point was honestly just losing at Nebraska. Other than that, there's never really been a low point. So I think it was a good learning opportunity for our group, and today we need to be really good. And then going into tomorrow, it's a good opportunity for us to rebound in front of a really great crowd.
When you signed with Iowa, could you ever imagine that all this would happen?
I'm somebody that has really big dreams, goals, and aspirations, but I think to put it on this level and this magnitude, that would be crazy for me to say. So I would say no, but obviously, I dreamed of doing really big things, playing in front of big crowds, going to the Final Four, maybe not quite on this level. I think that's really hard to dream, and obviously you can always exceed expectations, even your own, and I think that's been one of the coolest parts.
What's it like being Caitlin Clark right now? I mean, you might be the most popular figure in the United States. What's that like?
Honestly, I just go about my business as I did when I was a freshman during COVID. Sure, my life's kind of changed somewhat, but I still live the exact same way. I still, act like a 22-year-old college kid. I just try to have fun and enjoy every single day. I know I say that a lot, but that's really what I try to do. And I never want to get caught up in the moment or this and that. And I think, I have a really great support system around me, whether it's my coaches, whether it's my teammates, whether it's my family who is really close. That's one of the main reasons I came here, is to be able to have them around a lot. So being able to rely on them has been really important for me throughout my career.
How are you able to unplug and just, you just throw your phone on the sofa or something? How are you able to just get away from all this?
Yeah, I think it's nice. Obviously basketball consumes a lot of my time, especially when we're in season, but like I said, I'm still a college kid. I still clean my apartment, do my laundry. A lot of times I call my mom up to come do it for me, but other than that, play video games, hang out with my friends, do some schoolwork here and there. But I think definitely getting off my phone and just living in the moment and enjoying that has been really important for myself. Just soaking in every single second. It's crazy. We only have 5 regular season basketball games left, so just trying to enjoy that, honestly. But yeah, I think the best way to debrief and get away from everything is getting off your phone, getting off social media, and just enjoying what's around you and the people around you and the moments that are happening.
Yeah, and you've talked about you're not focusing on the square record, game in and game out. But was there a point, maybe over the off season, that you realized that you were, on track to do this?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I feel like there might have been some mentions of it after last season, it could happen depending on how her season goes. And obviously, as we've gotten closer, it's become more and more of a reality. But it was never something I'm chasing. That's never why I'm scoring the ball at the rate I am or shooting the ball as many times as I am. I think it's just kind of what the team needs. And my main goal is always to go out there and help us win. And obviously at 22-3, we've done that quite a bit this year. And that's my main focus. And in my eyes, there's 2 games still that we lost that we could have won if we executed properly. So I think that's been the most fun part of it all, is like this season's been like a really fun challenge for me. And the last 3 years, it's been very set in stone, like what we do, the players that have been in the game. And, this year it's been, myself taking a step forward in my leadership and bringing younger people along, or people that don't have that experience. But yeah, I think at the beginning of the year it was like, maybe this is possible. But as we've kind of approached it, it was more so like when it's going to happen instead of if. And, this isn't why you play basketball. I think it's just kind of come with how I've been able to perform over my 4 years. And I'm very fortunate, and obviously Coach Bluter has really allowed me to be me, and that's something I'm really thankful for too.
You've said that you got a lot of family coming. How hard was it to get tickets?
I had to tell a lot of people no, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, like we all know, ticket prices are insane, and luckily I have like my tickets that we obviously get for free, and then my family has quite a few season tickets as well, and a lot of friends already have season tickets themselves, so I'll know quite a few people in the building. Luckily, Coach Day was able to get my high school coach some tickets, so this is her first game that she's going to be able to see this season. Obviously, she's busy with coaching back in Des Moines, so it's not always an opportunity for her to come over and watch me play, and this honestly just worked out. And the stars kind of all aligned, so I know that will be special for her to be in attendance, and both my brothers will be here. My younger brother must be skipping classes at college at Creighton, so I'm sure he appreciated the free pass. But no, I'm excited. It's always nice to be able to play in front of so many family and friends, and like I said, that's one of the reasons I came here, is to be surrounded by those people, because they mean so much to me, and they've always been, kind of my foundation in everything that I've done. And yeah, I think it's very important and very special for myself.
Honestly, do you ever take a peek at the video board and see how many points you've got?
Honestly, not really. And I think Carver's a little bit different than a lot of the places that we play. A lot of the places we play, like, they don't even have like points and that type of stuff up. Usually it's just the team score. So I don't really honestly look that much. I mean, sometimes you glance up there and just see it, but you kind of know how you're playing just from the feel of the game, whether that's good or bad. And honestly, like, the amount of points you score doesn't really determine whether you're playing good or bad. I want to be able to do a lot of different things for my team. Even if I don't shoot the ball well, like, I can still play well and perform well. And I think that goes, like, that's the same for my teammates too. Like, your point total is never the indicator of how you play. It's, how hard do you work? How good of a teammate are you? Plus minus is always something Coach Bluter is really big on. Maybe you don't even score a point, but your plus minus is the best on the team. That just shows how much you're affecting a game when you're in. So I think those are all really important things to look at as well.
Have they told you, have they told you when you break the record, will they stop the game? Will they recognize you? Do you know anything about that?
I don't know, honestly. I hope they don't stop the game, though.
Going-
Like, we can't be wasting timeouts on that. Come on now.
Going back to
Your games when you had your little miniature autograph sessions, handing out shoes, you talked about how important that is for you to build up the future generation of the game by doing that. When you were a little girl going to games at either Hilton or Carver or Target Center even, whose autograph were you trying to score? Who were you going after when you were there?
Well, Maya Moore, I was always trying to get, I didn't get hers because I didn't have a Sharpie, but I gave her a hug. But honestly, growing up, like, I went to the Knapp Center all the time with my dad and my brothers. And, like, obviously, like, I vividly have so many memories. And I think I was more so interested in, like, catching things in the crowd more than getting people's autographs. Whether it was like t-shirts or like Drake used to, I don't know if they still have that blimp that flies around inside the stadium, but I would always try to catch things out of there. So I think those are some of my biggest memories. But, like, honestly, like, growing up, I mean, I loved going to Drake men's and women's basketball games. So it's like, that was just like the hometown team. Like, that's where I grew up, 15 minutes from my house. And Coach Jenny was a tremendous coach there, obviously a Dowling person, played at Iowa. So I loved watching them. The Drake men had some good battles there. So I was never on the hunt really for many autographs. It was more so I wanted all the free stuff, like free t-shirts and stuff like that.
going back to
your connection with the past, because we see the future every game, but I know women who played 6-on-6 30, 40 years ago, even on Lisa and Jan, and Jan was one of the best ever at it. What's been your conversations been with them, and maybe how you make them feel watching you play?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is when I hear from a lot of people that played basketball, whether it was the 6-on-6 or however many years ago, I think they're just like blown away at where women's basketball is now, the platform that we get to play on. And, that doesn't come if it's not for the people that came before us and played before us and played in front of crowds that weren't very good, or if it wasn't for Dr. Grant and everything that she did here. But yeah, I've had so many people come up to me like, I played 6-on-6 basketball, and like, I just can't believe like the way you guys, the crowd you draw, and how much fun you guys have playing. And I think that's like one of the coolest things. Like, these women who played 40 years ago are just so mesmerized by our team and what we're doing for women's basketball. And I don't know, like that never gets old. Like, that's super cool, and a lot of those people are some of our biggest fans. So.
Do you remember Kelsey Plum breaking the scoring record? And what do you remember about that moment?
Honestly, I don't remember watching it. I'm pretty sure it was on her senior night, and she scored 57 points. So I'm sure a lot of people weren't expecting her to break it that night. I think 57 was the most she ever scored in college. But the thing about her, like, she could just score the ball at all three levels. She was really good. I loved watching Washington. Really good team. And I mean, I feel like Kelsey is a little bit similar to the way I am. Like, she wanted to go to Washington, take them to the Final Four, which they did. Coach Neighbors was a really great coach. So I really just loved supporting her and watching her team more than anything.
Thanks, Caitlin.